Hey guys, are we live? This is my first time, so I don't know if this is working or not. But shit, I have some problems with the rotation here. Okay. All right. No, I don't think I will see your comments here. But yeah, hit me a like if the audio is working, because I have no idea if anyone can hear me. All right. Anyway, what's gonna happen today is I'm going to prepare for tonight's pizza night, and all right, good. So I got my first ever comment. So it seems to be working. Good. So yesterday I prepared all these pizza doughs. They've been brewing now for about, I think, 15 hours. And now what I'm gonna do here is to make them balls. So I used this Tipo 00 Ramnoisa Kvarn flours, and I'm gonna put them here in these trays. And I thought, why not to stream this thing? So you will see how I prepare for these pizza events. This is just a pizza event for my friends, so yeah, it's gonna be exciting. What we need here is a scale. I'm going to be making 240 gram pizza balls, and obviously we need the dough, which is here. And this is pretty much how it looks now, so it's a mess. But yeah, let's start this whole thing now and enjoy the show. So first let's just flour the surface a little bit. I'll try to rotate my camera so that you can see. And we take the dough. You see it looks pretty wet. It's actually 63% hydration, so it is pretty well hydrated dough. Nice. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions. If I don't see the question now, I will totally answer all the questions after this live session. But because I'm only with my phone here, so I may miss your questions, but they will be answered later. yeah, I think this looks pretty good. It's really nice and you know, wet. I like my dough a little wet rather than too dry. Now what I do, I just make it like a little dough snake, if I may, like this. So it's easier to cut all the pieces. 240 grams each. So now I just take my scale. Just a little bit of flour on top so it doesn't stick. And then I start doing like this, so I see, okay, 251, it's pretty good, so I'll leave it here. It doesn't need to be exact, but that's a little bit too much. Yeah. And I'm gonna make my pizza today with Uni Pro. So I like to use maybe 240, 250 gram dough balls if I'm with my Uni 3. Obviously I like a little smaller balls, let's say 200 grams each. And today I have, I think I have the total amount of dough should be enough for 36 balls. So it's gonna be a lot of pizza tonight. I think it's gonna be like 20-ish people coming in the party. So you need to be well prepared. And if it feels too sticky, just add a little bit of more flour in. Okay, so the first batch is now done. It's ranging from 225 grams to about 250. And this will go to the next one. And I end up with 11 dough balls. That's good. So now I just take my tray. You can see here, and I start forming the balls. So what I usually do, I just rotate the dough ball like this, and there's the ball. In the tray it goes. And again, if it's a little bit too sticky, just add a little bit of flour. like this one is pretty sticky. And I will soon show you how the tray looks after all the balls have been formed. Alright, so that's 11 dough balls in so far. Then always cover your dough balls, because if they get in touch with air, it's going to be what is hydration? It's 63% today. And as you can see, it looks pretty sticky and wet, but and as I told you in the beginning, you can always add more flour in if you feel it's a little bit too sticky. So now the next batch, if there are any new viewers who missed the first one, so this is how it looks. It's been proven 15 hours in room temp, and I used pizza app. I can later on put all the details in this video. Alright. And then we do the same as before. So a little flour in, and we make the dough snake. And of course the flour will help handling the dough, especially dough like this, which is otherwise too sticky to handle. Then the scale on. And 240 balls, 253. That's it right there. Good. And again, it's getting a little sticky, so just more flour in. Perfect. And of course you don't need to scale every ball if you don't like, but I like my dough balls to be like pretty equal size. Okay, and that's for the next batch. Then again we take the tray. And start forming the dough balls. Four by 3, 12 dough balls per tray. So they look like this. Still a little sticky, but as you can see, it's really good dough. Okay. So this is how it looks. And then we have one more batch of dough, and then we will move into cutting mozzarella. And just by using the gravity, let the dough come out of the tray. Okay. The scale on. And 240. That's good enough. And as I said in the beginning, just if you have any questions, drop them in and I will answer later if I don't see your comment right away. Okay, perfect. This is just enough for two. Yeah. All right, all the dough balls are now or soon ready. And soon we will see how many pizzas we're gonna bake today. So after this dough ball session, I will show you what I do with mozzarella most of the times and how I prepare it. Actually, I'm about to make my own mozzarella at some stage. I've never made it before, but I found some pretty good recipes, so I will totally give it a try. Alright, that's it. That's it right there. And then the last one goes right here. Okay, so in total we now have 3 times 12. So 36 dough balls for tonight. That's pretty good. I will do a little cleaning now. Yeah, one more thing. Remember to cover all the dough balls. And now just leave it like this, or I will leave it like this for the next four hours before we start the pizza making. Then they should be nice and ready. So I'll be back soon. Okay, let's give this table a clean up the table, and we start preparing the mozzarella. Now my mozzarella looks like this at the moment. It's been draining here for maybe 2 hours or so, because you know you want to make sure you want to take most of the moisture out. And then again, I don't like that dry mozzarella they sell. I think it's too dry. So this is just perfect mozzarella from Lidl. Works fine. Okay, so that's your mozzarella right there. And what I like to do is to cut them in half and then make slices like this. So you kind of end up with these kind of mozzarella pieces. I think this is pretty perfect size, and then you can just, you know, make it halves if it feels too big. And now these, you will drain these as well, and I think maybe one and a half hours, and or maybe 1 hour more, and then they are pretty good. Right. And usually what I do, half a mozzarella is enough for one pizza. That's what I've observed. So now, don't even remember how many mozzarella balls I had here, but I will start with these, because I'll do some white pizza as well with the without mozzarella, and I will take some extra mozzarella with me, and if needed then I just cut more in situ. So this is all I need for now, and then I think I will start preparing my shrooms. But before that, I think now it's time for a beer. So let's crack one Tsingtao open. So this is where we're going to put our mushrooms. But yeah, now it's time for Tsingtao. How does that look? Oh yeah, it's good. Okay, so mushrooms. You don't need to do anything to mushrooms. You don't even need to clean them, really. Just cut them, and what I like to do is to first cut them in half and then make pretty thick slices like this. You don't want them to be like too thin, because they will shrink a little when you put it in the oven. So this is what I like to do. Yeah. And with smaller ones, maybe you can just half and half, so you will end up with these cute little mushroom pieces. And I think 250 grams of mushrooms it's enough for a lot of pizzas actually. So usually you don't need to buy more than one package of mushrooms. On top of that, I will make also salami pizza, and then I have Spanish chorizo, which I will soon cut as well. And then I will do some cheese pizzas. I have goat cheese, mozzarella, and parmesan. And I also bought some apples if I want to get a little adventurous. I can make a sweet pizza. I have apples, walnuts, and then some honey on top. Okay, that's it for the mushrooms. And yeah, I actually forgot, I also have salmon this time, so I will put salmon, lemon, and then some fresh rucola on top, rocket. And then as well I have some prosciutto ham. This is pretty good stuff. But yeah, this is the chorizo, or this is actually Iberico ham, which is just a little spicy mixture in. So I will prepare this next. But first beer. Oh yeah, the smell of this is amazing. It's really good stuff. All right. Liha tiskissä. Kyllä. Okay, I think I'll use half of this big boy, and because it's pretty thick. So first we get rid of the skin or whatever thing covering this thing here. It's not good. Like this. And yeah, then we just start cutting these not too thin slices, but reasonable. Because if they're too thin, then in the oven they will just turn totally black, and that's not very good. And it really helps if you have a sharp knife doing this. My knife is not the best, but it's okay for the purpose. So thick pieces like this, beautiful. And the rest, I should have not cut it in half in the first place, because now it's a little tricky to cut this piece anymore. So I will just cut it in half now, and then make smaller cuts. So that's gonna be one pizza as well. Let's taste one. Yeah, this is really good. I brought it from Spain this summer. And what is good about last summer, and what is good about ham like this, is that it keeps really well, like 9 months up to a year, if you vacuum pack it. All right, what else? There's a lot of flour here now, but that's part of the game. Let's see if we have anything else to prepare. Nope, I think this is it for now. So I don't know, let me know what you think of these live sessions. I hope I will be able to do them more often. This was my first one, so I think it was a good start. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend and follow me in Instagram so you will see some pictures of pizzas later on. Okay, see you next time.